Well, we'll see what he can pull off this game. I know that he loves position forwards with stun, so it's nice that he gets to go back to that. And it's a hero that has a lot of outplay ability as well. And Z Freak usually does wonders on heroes that can do that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
don't like seeing him on things like Io. He's solid on them, but I prefer him on heroes that are the stars of the team fights rather than somebody who's like pulling you out of the fire. You know?
Yeah, it's that's a good way to put it. I kind of like that actually. I've got a question for you. Have you been seeing a lot of Undying actually? This is a hero that seems like it's getting picked up a little bit more. But I'm kind of surprised to say the least actually. I didn't think Undying was going to be like popping back up into the meta.
Hmm. I'm not super surprised. So I was speaking of both Undying and Rubik. I was testing some very fun interactions, and I wanted to go off about that quickly
Okay,
because
go for it.
it
Do it. Do it.
applies
Do
to
it.
both these things. So, did you know you can actually use Soul Rip on an enemy Tombstone?
I did
It
not.
doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It like takes HP from units around you a little bit, but it doesn't actually heal up the enemy Tombstone or damage it. However, you can use if you have an Aghanim Shard, you can use Life Drain on an enemy's Nether Ward as well. So Pugna, who's one of the strongest heroes in the patch, is actually super bad against Rubik, who's also one of the strongest heroes in the patch. Because he can just use your Nether Ward and Life Drain from it.
That's pretty cool. I know they're fixing a
Yeah.
bunch of the weird bugged interactions with Rubik. I don't know if the ward one's been fixed. I know some of the
I
other
think
ones
that one
have.
might be intentional. I just assumed it would work the same way as the Tombstone thing, because
Pretty
the
funny.
interactions between Tombstone and Netherward are somewhat similar.
So you pick up Chaos Knight here for DogChamp. This is a hero that got a little bit of a, in my opinion, a buff in terms of the Chaos Strike, just doing extra damage for creeps now. So that means not only does your hero farm faster, but your Phantasm illusions farm a lot faster. So could be pretty decent. Overall, jungling is like super rough now. So Chaos Knight
Mhm.
being a hero that likes to stay in lane and fight and kill people ends up being pretty good.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Magnus pick coming out last year? They don't have anybody who can take super big advantage of the Empower, right? I mean, Lundred kind of does it.
Lone Druid can. I think that since this is going to be an offlane mag, like we don't really necessarily pick offlane mag for the Empower. It is nice. And he can farm pretty well himself, but the main thing is just getting to that blink RP timing so that you have the
Mhm.
ability to fight with it. And with the meta the way it is right now, like it is very fast. Like the meta doesn't really go late game anymore. It's pretty much like win the lanes and then try and just snowball 5 heroes down to end. So I think Magnus does have this really strong timing between like 20 and 25 minutes where he just like has blink, probably a 4 staff or even a BKB. And I like it. I think
Do
it
you think
works
they have
well.
enough damage to put into this RP? Because right now it looks like they're kind of lacking on that. Like you've got decent chain disable. You can do a bit if you have them like on top of an RP with the Tombstone, or Rubik follows up with a lift. You follow up with a Savage Roar
Hmm.
on Lone Druid, but I think you need more damage to put into this RP with Magnus, and that's kind of what they were trying to get rid of on DogChamp. They get rid of the Ember Spirit and the Phantom Assassin, who could have done wonders if they just get on top of the target with the cleave.
Yeah.
Um, do you think they would have run a Phantom Assassin with a Lone Druid though? That feels a little bit greedy. If you fail your lanes, I feel like you have no recovery into this game.
Lone Druid plays pretty quick right now. He doesn't really spend a lot of time farming. He basically just gets like his boots, Deso, +1 item, and then just starts running at heroes.
That's not that quick.
That's pretty
That's a
quick.
quick hero though.
That's pretty quick.
Boots Deso?
Bristleback. That would like makes more sense with the PA ban in terms of break potential, right? Because
Yeah,
Viper's
you don't
banned
want to
as
do it
well.
39. Especially with the fact that you can pick up shards now at only 15 minutes into the game. That is such a cool change, by the way. I thought 20 minutes made kind of the shards that were pretty good ideas. Like, I
Some
don't
of
know
them were
about
just
this.
like at
Yeah,
this point, I need a different item, but like
yeah,
5 minutes ago, it might have been okay.
yeah. And a lot of
Um,
supports, especially. Like,
yeah.
it's like, okay, well, a Glimmer Cape would be much more value for me at this point. I'm not accomplishing too much with this extra ability, but at 15 minutes, that's good. Do you think any are too strong?
Tinies still.
Yeah, right. The Battle Fury.
Tiny just like
Free
gets a
Battle
free
Fury.
battle fury at 15
What's that?
minutes.
It's
Like,
1400 gold Battle Fury, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
S-
Around the timing where a lot of people would like finishing a Battle
Finishing a
Fury
battle
anyways, or
fury
just
with like brown
before.
boots.
Yeah.
Monkey King.
Oh, Okay.
That's a hero that plays a little bit faster, can take advantage of the empower from the Magnus.
I just like Monkey King in general. I think this hero is really strong right now. You just go Diffusal on it, and there's not much you can do on the side of DogChamp this game. Like, Diffusal Monkey King makes Raylease's life super difficult. It makes Stonebank's life super difficult. These like strength heroes that like to brawl, like that really rely on spells to help them secure kills and get damage out. And you just drop a Wukong's command with an RP, and you have Diffusal, and that's it. Like, they have no spells. They can't use anything. So I think this is a really sick pick. I like this a lot. I'm curious if he's going to go Diffusal, though.
Maybe. I mean, Diffusal, not very good on illusions, but I think it's pretty good against the Bristleback. Diffusal's very good against the Bristleback. If you can take away his mana, he can't do anything. So I'd like to see it for that reason. It's cheaper than before now as well. So
Yeah,
if they
that's
plan
why
on
it's
playing
really
this
good.
fast, which I think they will, yeah, he'll probably go Diffusal Blade on Ghost of Belay. I imagine that'll be the case. Husky isn't going to be super useful post laning phase, I feel like, but Undying is a little bit stronger than he was before. But we'll have to see. They've given up a signature hero to Lukey here. His Pango is going to be a nuisance, and he said that it ended up getting some buffs this patch. That was his opinion. Well, I mean, the damage was increased on Swashbuckle, and the scaling is better for the early game on Lucky Shot for the disarm.
Interesting. I thought Lucky Shot got nerfed, but maybe I'm wrong.
The talent was improved on Lucky Shot, I believe. What did they did to
Yeah,
it?
armor reduction rescaled from 4567 to 2468,
Yep.
but the duration
disarm is
increased
better.
slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's damage increase on the Swashbuckle as well. I mean, in Lukey's opinion, he said the hero was buffed. I'm going to trust him on this one.
No, he's not the only person that's told me that they thought the hero is stronger. I think for the most part, it's still the same build of maxing Shield Crash, pretty much ignoring Lucky Shot, maybe a single value point of it at like level 7 or 8. But to be honest, most people are just going like 440 or like 341. Like it's pretty bonkers, like how strong the Shield Crash is. It was super strong in the last patch, and they just didn't nerf it. So yeah, probably be seeing something similar. I know Lukey is one of the few people I see still actually maxing Swashbuckle occasionally, but I can't imagine.
It's a bit more value now.
I mean, it is slightly more value, but Shield Crash is just so good.
Yep. I think one of the reasons he like Swashbuckle is when you have this on the maxed out, the cooldown of it's super low, so you get to harass the enemies a lot more. You have a lot more ability to play with how aggressive that you go into the enemies. You're able to get out after just a little bit. It's kind of like the same situation that you'd maxed out Blink Dagger on Anti-Mage. Once you're finally ready to fight people, start farming the jungle rather than just sitting inside the lane. That's around the time you want your Blink maxed out. Otherwise, you want to I'm referring to old Anti-Mage. You want to put points into like your stats or a second point into mana burn in order to stand your ground to be able to fight against your lane opponents a little bit easier. The extra points into Blink are kind of wasted unless you need that mobility. But it's 7 more damage per Swashbuckle. And unfortunately, that's only like another 28 damage. But I mean, that's decent.
That's not bad. Did you notice Bloody 9 is going to lane with 5 mangoes and 6 tangos? This guy's ready to have some fun.
That is a self-sacrificing support player. I wonder if that's worth it instead of going Ring of Basilius if you're laning with the Chaos Knight. I mean, he could drop the enchanted mangoes on the Chaos Knight, but I'd have to do the math on that one. This is how people played Lich for a pretty long time, but I feel like Basilius is in a decent place right now. He probably just values
that smoke. B9 is gonna be the one that pops it, but Coasted Belay there. They drop the telekinesis. Man, they just got so much damage. You are gonna be able to find that kill very easily. The question is if Coasted Belay can get out. They just have Tombstone level 1 up on the high ground, slowing him in place. Yaren has to run as well. He's just getting beat to death by these things. It's 3 kills right out of the gate for the Zoomers.
That is absolutely insane. So the Tombstone being placed down there means that there's absolutely no way they're able to stand their ground. It's not an ability you would have wanted to get at level 1, but if it can secure you 3 kills without the enemies being able to turn that one back around on them, then it is definitely worth it.
So one thing I found out is Tombstone level 1 is so absurdly strong that I've been seeing a lot of people actually pick this ability up at level 1.
Rather than the Decay?
Yeah.
I mean, Decay is super good. The issue with the Tombstone is they can just... Well...
Oh, they do manage to get the runestone. Nice telekinesis there from Z-Freak. Stonebank pulled back. They do get the body blocks here from B9, and Stonebank will make it back to the lane. Yeah, I was gonna say the reason people are picking up Tombstone is because of the damage change on summons. So yes, they do slightly less damage like on paper than they did last patch, 44 to 48 to 33 and 36. But with the damage change like on the damage type, it's actually substantially more because heroes have such low armor at this point in the game.
Yeah, the only issue is just like so easy to walk away from. But in that situation, it's like, okay, yeah, they want to stand their ground, get that kill. But the longer, like even committing another couple of seconds to finish that guy off, they build up several zombies. They can't spend the time to attack this Tombstone there, not with that many heroes underneath them.
Yep.
So they created like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely the best thing they could have done. And very clearly, you could see that DogChamp didn't react to that one properly. They weren't really sure what to do, and they ended up losing most of the heroes.
Honestly, the Tombstone was like kind of hidden in all of the units. Like there was just like 4 heroes and a bear just like all walking
well, it's 5
together.
attacks, and you know, in the early game, the attack just come off so slowly.
Oh, they just skewered Stonebank underneath the tier 1. A lot of damage gonna be coming his way. He's gonna have to pop the stick. He does have 1 shared tango his way, but B9 does have a salve for him.
Being such a nuisance, and with how much further up forward this tier 2 tower is, it is that much easier to drag somebody back in the creep wave, so or back into the tower with the skewer. So already taking advantage of that one here on 4 Zuma is very clearly if a pretty good understanding of all these map changes that we've had. Because dragging him back to that place wouldn't have gotten him in the previous patch.
Dude, there's so many times I've just walked into the tower range in this lane now, like just not even realizing it. I just like walk forward to try and like see something, and I'm like, oh, I'm just getting hit by the tower. Very cool.
I noticed that you walked into glass doors pretty often when we were in studio together for CNDPC.
Excuse me?
It's a charm.
Did I ever walk into a glass door once? Are you gaslighting me right now? I actually don't remember this, but it's something I would block out of my memory if I did it.
Yeah, you just don't know where you're going most of the time.
It's true. Just winging it, you know.
All right. We haven't had a chance to look at the mid lane yet. You said Lone Druid was significantly stronger inside the laning phase, right?
I mean, Lone Druid just in general is significantly stronger than he was. I mean, the idea is that this hero just gets like his boots and then right into a Desolator, and then suddenly it's like so hard to kill this hero. The extra armor that he gets as well, that the bear gets once he pops the true form as well, like it's just good luck.
Yep. One thing I did notice is that neither of these people ended up trying to ward up the enemy team's small camp nearby the mid lane. This is something that I think a lot of these NA teams haven't been doing. I did see Wildcard do it, but maybe you're not as conscious of it when you're playing against like a Bristleback or a Lone Druid as you would be playing against something like a Lina or a Storm, but I still think it's a pretty big issue.
Gonna actually pops his resummon there and might actually get aggressive on Release. No, just gonna continue farming. Doesn't get the root.
I did commit the Tombstone up in the top lane to force them off these the stacked hard camp here, but with a wave underneath the tower, Luki is going to be relatively safe.
Yeah, he is gonna get the Jingu stacks though, so he did let him build up the 4. And Yaren tried to go for the tower for the Tombstone and is just gonna die. Wait a minute. All right, underestimated how. I mean,
Luki might go for Costa Bila here. Actually, no, he's got 13 stick charges. He's not gonna go for it.
The
bottom lane, Z-Freak ends up going down.
Oh, did he? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lost 2 heroes. What were you saying?
I was gonna say Hoodwink has the slowest base attack time of any hero in Dota.
That is not true.
Yeah, it is.
What about
it's slower than
Primal
Treant.
Beast? Wait, base attack time? You mean attack point, right?
Maybe attack point. Yeah, sorry, attack point. She has the longest attack point of any hero in Dota.
Yeah. This is like a huge wind-up. Hoodwink?
Yeah. Ooh, does find Undying. Lukey trying to get away here, getting aggressive. They should be able to bring down the Undying. Raindrop's absolutely saving him for a moment. Boundless Strike does come through, does a decent amount of damage, but 30% damage reduction, protecting Lukey, but it does expire. He goes down to the neutral. Okay, pretty nicely done there.
Good. I was curious why that didn't come off a little bit earlier, but they had it handled. They ended up cutting the tree down on him as well.
Because he's got to be
got
careful,
a,
actually.
tango for this one. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to get the shackle plus an acorn shot. Is he just dead? He is. Oh my god. All right, Costa Melee just got super gamed on.
Yeah.
That is
Didn't end up getting the dodge with that mischief either.
Yeah, that is a completely avoidable death.
Yeah. The Yaren absolutely played him. That was super sick. I am on the hoodwink. So moving to the jungle. They didn't even end up getting that kill off on Lukey, so we lost all that time chasing Lukey over into the jungle. Didn't get the kill off onto him, and then ended up dying to the hoodwink afterwards. They really need to get this kill. He committed swashbuckle to get into the lane here.
I got zombies on him as well.
Him
oh, nice dodge of the bushwhack, but gets out last second with the swashbuckle. So once again, Lukey will survive, or rather not die to...
Gamer move alert, by the way. Yaren, he took his salve out of his backpack. Ooh. Ended up losing here. We're about to lose Stonebake down the bottom lane as well.
Continue, though. Yeah, we're watching it.
Yeah, we're about to watch Husky go down, it looks like. It doesn't look like Lukey's going to lit up. He's got shield crash as well.
Dude, this is just a bloodbath in these side lanes.
Yeah. I was going to say gamer move alert. Yaren, he took the salve out of his backpack and then moved into the shop area to have it instantly come out of his backpack so he could drop it off on a Lukey faster.
Nice.
That's an efficiency play right there.
I like
Big
efficiency.
Fan.
So you have this bristleback mid that you picked into the Lone Druid intentionally, right?
Yep.
And Lone Druid is about almost 400 net worth ahead and is just constantly putting pressure on the tower. Rayla Lisa doesn't have much to work with at the moment.
No.
Ooh, smoke top though. Seafreak's coming in. They want to try and find the kill here onto Lukey before he hits the level 6. Shield crash into the telekinesis, pulls him back. Boundless strike on the money. They are TPing in B9 for this. Swashbuckle comes through. A lot of damage done back on over to Costa Bile, but it's not enough to finish him off. The Tombstone ends up going the way of DogChamp. So, I mean, pretty good kill, right?
Decent. It looks like Bloody Nine's about to go down as well.
Yeah,
He does.
It just stayed super aggressive, and they also got a ward placed behind the tower to scout, so.
Yeah. They might realize that the ward's somewhere around here. Unfortunately, they don't end up hitting it. Yeah, that one's going to be hard to scout out. The fact that they managed to get that far back out there behind the tower without them realizing is a pretty sick move there by 4 Zoomers. So I don't see that ward getting cleaned out for the next little bit. So I imagine they can continue to play the top lane, moving that ward down. He's back up to full HP and mana here on Ray Lisa. He actually manages to find Z-Freak.
Oh,
which is gonna
I don't know if
TP
he has
out.
damage. Yeah, he's going to just TP out.
Fortunately, no one to help him follow up on that one. I did like what Lukey did in that previous play, though. Like, he waited until Rubik was just in range of him. He ended up with the shield craft off onto 2 heroes. It's a 30% damage reduction, but I think he overestimated how tanky he was off of that shield crash. When he decided to commit into the Monkey King instead of trying to run away with the swashbuckle.
We haven't been paying too much attention to this bottom lane for a little bit because there's been so much happening top, but Costa Bile rotates down here just now. Moo has the Helm of the Dominator. They are going to scout Stonebank here underneath the tree, but B9 next to the ward gets ran down here by the Hellbear Smasher, and telekinesis is there. They are going to TP in Yaren here on the hoodwink, but a 2-hero Boundless Strike into the RP right on the money. And Stonebank, he's got these tombstones just building up on him, and he does not have the damage alone to deal with this. So Costa Bile will find the second kill, and 4 Zoomers with another really successful rotation.
Bristleback didn't have a TP to go over into the bottom lane. He was pretty low HP and mana anyways, so a bit of a weird movement by the hoodwink to try and defend that one. Instead, it looked like, you know, Lukey had been communicated with. He was just going to push the top tower where all that went down. So They lose maybe a little bit more than they should have off of this one. It doesn't look like they're getting any tower in exchange for taking this bottom tier 1. So things going pretty good for Zoomers right now. 2K net with advantage now going their way post-laning phase.
Yeah, Gunnar has the Mask of Madness on the way out for the Spirit Bear, so he is very strong. Top lane, Stonebank and Lukey will be able to finish off the enemy tier 1 tower, so evening up the map a little bit as we approach the 10-minute mark. But overall, I mean, they're really not that far behind. The real question is what Moo's going to be able to accomplish on the Magnus, because he's got this Helm of the Dominator and just going to try and push the objectives here with Gunnar on this Spirit Bear. Does get a nice 3-hero fear on the backside. They are going to be able to pull him back in with the gaze. Lukey with the Rolling Thunder. Going to try and just hold the bear down, see if they can finish it off, get that gold and XP bounty. They're getting close, but Gunnar still able to keep it alive for the time being and has a resummon. He's going to do exactly that as they force Raylalisa out completely. Lukey has to disengage as well, so they don't actually get anything off of that Rolling Thunder. Lukey, he's got no mana, rooted up behind the tower. That's what you want to see. Beautiful setup there from Moo. And Gunnar is going to grab himself his second kill of the game.
Yeah. So he got rooted in the, I think like the first hit of that auto attack from the bear. And the moment he was trying to hop up in his shield crash, it would have gotten a little bit distance from the bear. So pretty unfortunate there for Lukey. Interesting mechanic. I didn't know it worked that way, by the way. I did just learn something. He resummoned the bear and ended up keeping the double damage rune.
I was actually going to... I saw that as well, and I wasn't entirely sure how that would work, so... Yeah, that was
so
kind of interesting.
It looks like it keeps all the buffs. It just heals the bear back up to full HP or something like that. You should just resummon the unit, so obviously all the debuffs would go away. Well, surprising to see that one work like that. We learn something every day. Elsewhere on the map, it looks like they're trying to play inside 4 Zoomers jungle, but scattered out already by Zfrick, so they're not going to be able to make that much of a move. So this rotation kind of wasted.
So Lukey did go the 4-point swashbuckle build as he's got the defusal queued up. So
yeah, Moo's got RP available again as well right now, so he's gonna be looking to set something up in the mid lane. Yeah, this movement countered in the bottom lane, getting pushed in hard by Gunnar.
Yeah, once
Tier
again.
2 is
nice heads up play to just get out of there. He knows that, you know, they pull off mid lane, they're probably making their way here, so.
But yeah, they're giving them the runaround right now. Net worth advantage isn't like going crazy in favor of 4 Zoomers, but definitely have superior control over the map right now. Raylalisa hasn't been able to find too much this game either. It feels kind of underwhelming on the bristleback so far.
Yeah, he's got the Vanguard. He is tanky, right? But you need this Aghanim Scepter fairly quick here.
Yep. It feels like he's never able to get on top of anybody with his teammates around. So the moment he tries to run into somebody, they just walk away or TP away from him.
So Stonebank's got Armlet. He's got the 4 points in the Chaos Strike, and like we said, this ability was changed to deal 1.5 times damage to creeps, so you farm very fast with it now. And his second item he has queued up is actually a Blink Dagger. I don't know. That's a little bit surprising to me. What do you think?
I think they're just struggling to get on top of heroes. They're not able to pick anybody off, so he wants to just go straight into jump ability on Chaos Knight, I guess. I don't think this fight's going to go great from the bottom lane. In fact, they agree with me. They end up canceling their TPs.
Oh, they get him just in time. Now Wukong's command will come through. It might be enough to actually protect the Magnus here. He is quite tanky. Lukey not wanting to stay inside here too long. So yeah, nicely done by Costa Bele. The Wukong's command will protect the Magnus, allowing them the time to get the tower. And they still have the RP to work with.
They have skewer as well, so they just might use it here if they try to come in forward onto them.
Yep, telekinesis. There's going to be the golem as well. Gunnar going forward on the bear to zone them out. Ends up baiting out the Chain Frost, basically. But Raylalisa, super tank. Moo, wait a minute. I don't think that's exactly what you wanted. Game is hard indeed. He's going to TP back to the mid lane.
I'm pretty sure he tried to skewer Raylalisa up onto the cliff by himself. But maybe a slight slip of the mouse there.
Sometimes you just go a little bit too far.
You still have RP to work with. This is not the best hero to commit
Oh,
on.
Z-Freak has Chain Frost stolen. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh, Lukey. Not what you want to see. B9 digs up a bounty rune in his dying breath there. They will be able to snipe on dying here, however. Nicely done by them. Stolen Chaos Bolt will stun up the Chaos Knight for the moment. Again, he's trying to do what damage he can, but Z-Freak, that haste, keep him alive just for the moment. We'll be able to make a little bit of space. Stonebank just slowed down so much by the zombies. Has no way out of this. Z-Freak helping find the last kill there. Meanwhile, Gunner on the backside able to chase down Yaren.
It looks like he just... Yeah.
So this is 4 points Tombstone, man.
There by a zombie. The bear ran at him, and he got finished off by a zombie with like the last hit there. But super sick use of the Chain Frost there, tossing them back into each other as well. That Chain Frost on B9 only ended up hitting the bear a single time as well, showing him how it's done.
Telekinesis makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, a lot easier.
You know?
Yeah. And Lukey, looks like they're about to lose him.
Oh. He's pump faking the Rolling Thunder. Oh, speaking of Rolling Thunder, Z-Freak. Oh, he did the good old double cast. Oh, you hate to see it. It's like when you panic press Rolling Thunder because you're like stunned, and then your hero like queues up both of him, and then you just instantly cancel.
Yeah, the moment he gets out of the stun, he gets it. He taps twice by mistake. Like you're saying, it's just what you're used to doing when you're disabled. And because of that, he ends up going down. Still, a sick play there by Lukey, ended up getting that kill. Unfortunately, the RP was wasted as well, so Lukey ended up making a super sick amount of space for his team.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they're going to get a ton of use out of this one. Gunner down here in the bottom lane.
He's fine.
They're just going to turn on him. Turn on Ray Lisa here. They try to disengage here with the Chain Frost.
It'll be enough.
Looks like it'll be enough.
Yeah.
There's not much to gain down here for 4 Zoomers, though. I mean, they can farm up the enemy team's jungle, stop what Bristleback's able to find, but they've already taken the tier 2, and I don't think they'll be able to push high ground just yet.
They're just going to retake the outpost. And I think this is kind of like what we were talking about in terms of the game. Like, you kind of just, like, play for this 20 to 25-minute timing. Zoomers are on par, like, pretty much to hit that perfectly. Like, you do have the blink already on the Magnus. He's on his way to his shard. You'll probably pick up this Deso, and then after that, maybe a Basher on Gunner fairly soon. Actually, Gunner, he's got his... Oh, yeah, you need the shard. The Savage Roar shard is just way too good. So, they smoke up. Head into the triangle. They're going to find Ray Lisa and B9, and without Chain Frost... Oh, my God, that was a fast death. Okay.
Yeah, if they get the root off on a Ray Lisa, he's going to go down as well. Moo's going to be able to blink on him, screw him back, but the root doesn't end up connecting with him.
Back to the fight, though. They find Lukey, and Z-Freak ends up stealing Shield Crash, unfortunately, as he does go ahead and drop that immediately, and he will just TPO him. Knows that there's no chance he's able to stay around for this one. And Roshan, now the objective for the Zoomer should be fairly easy.
Yeah. With Lich dead, need to walk back to the pit, and they've already committed Rolling Thunder. They know there's no chance they're going to be able to defend from this one. RP just can back off a cooldown as well. And yeah, they're just going to let this one go. Instead, Stonebank, he's going to push out the bottom lane. Bristleback and try to shove mid, but Moo, he's pulling him back into his team.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. Wukong's command comes out as well. Ray Lisa trying to make the distance, but it's not going to happen. Costa Bile finds the kill, and yeah, that is a real sick pickoff. Minimal commitment as well, as you still have the RP. Yeah, Wukong's command committed, but I mean, you're pretty happy about that one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, just doing his best to shove in the waves while the enemy team is roshing. They know they're roshing as well, but maybe they figure the man should be inside the pit, pulling that skewer. This has not been an easy game for Bristleback. Again, just feels like he can't get his hands on anybody. They're doing a great job of shutting him down in these fights. That's kind of the reason why they went Blink Dagger on the Chaos Knight, so they actually be able to catch people, but now it's going to feel like they have damage issues.
And Gunner just hits level 15. He doesn't actually have the Savage Roar cooldown talent yet. He's about to hit 16, so he'll probably pick it up here.
And Husky, he's got his drums. He's going to be banging these. You end up getting full 8 charges again.
Oh, they found Ray Lisa as well. They managed to just take down B9 inside the base, but Ray Lisa just slowed down Savage Roar just to continuously hold him in place. And now Yaren on the way to an early grave, I would say.
Yeah, B9. He's not going to be able to do too much in order to defend this one. The Tombstone underneath the tower makes it even more difficult for them to hold their ground. It's going to walk right back up here. No frost shield available. The Bear's going to make quick work of this.
Oh, telekinesis into a skewer. Found by Z-Freak once again. Lukey goes for the Rolling Thunder, but getting canceled by a Boundless Strike. Stonebank on the backside tries to get the initiation onto Husky. He will be able to dodge it out. That RP not doing a ton. So he only catches the illusions, but Gunner here just doesn't seem to care all that much, it seems. They just gonna skewer out B9 again. A dieback now on the Lich as he just turns his attention back towards the lane of Barracks. He has this Aegis for another 3 minutes. The melee Barracks will fall. Suddenly, Gunner has 10 stacks on the Deso.
I'm not sure if you saw. I'm not sure if you saw, but look at what look at the courier of the Lone Druid. Look what he's flying out right now.
I don't see it. Hold on. We'll see in a moment. Is it a Moon Shard?
It's 4 Wraith Bands.
I freaking called it. Yep. All right, there it is. GG comes out, and Zoomers will take game 1. They know no way back into this game.
Yeah, not a chance. I mean, I was concerned about what happened for Zoomers if they didn't win the laning phase, but they end up winning these lanes super hard. Top lane, I feel like you did a decent job on Pango. Like, reasonably shut down the Monkey King's farm, but a couple of times when heroes rotated up there, they ended up going down. It didn't help for sure at the start where they ended up losing 3 of their heroes inside the jungle by the triangle there. The Tombstone coming out was a super sick play by Husky. So kudos to them for that. But for Zoomers, convincing victory. 7-24, only a 20-minute game here. And you were talking about this one, Ricky. You said so far in this patch, people have just been trying to run the other team over. I'm not sure if we're going back to like TI4 meta of the death ball, but
dude, it's literally exactly that. Yeah, like most of what I've been seeing so far is the team that wins the lanes, basically, as long as they have the draft for it, just groups as 5 and then just starts pushing high ground. And there's really nothing you can do to stop it, because there is no comeback mechanic in this game. Like split pushing is kind of whatever. You're just going to lose a racks, but you can't jungle. Like on most heroes in the game now, you can't jungle efficiently. So it is very interesting where we're at. So Zoomers obviously know that. They took advantage of it here in game 1 and looking very good.
Yeah, I will say one of the things is though, I think for kill streaks, you definitely get more gold than you did before. So if you actually bring one of these heroes down, you'd be in pretty good shape. But Moo and Gunner both had deathless games.
Yeah.
So for Zoomers not giving them a chance to come back into this one.
All right. Well, that being said, we're going to go to a quick break, everyone. We got game 2 here of DogChamp versus 4 Zoomers coming after the break. We'll see you then.